Guido, welcome back to the beautiful world of the Worldbox dimension. Today, we are going to be... Oh, dude? Are you okay?
Yes, Steve, don't worry about me. I'm fine. I'm just a little bit under the weather.
Hey, Guido, you know what's strange about this? The fact that you're coughing, despite the fact that you don't breathe air at all. How does that work?
I don't make the rules, Steve. I'm just unwell.
Interesting. Well, if you think that you've got a free day off work, you've got another thing coming. Because today, we are going to be doing what we always do. Adventure. Specifically, with a brand new thingamajig in the Worldbox dimension. This thing. This is a disease menu. When we go ahead and open this up, we can see the amount of people that have the plague, the amount of people that have the animal plague, whatever the heck that is, and the amount of people that are not infected. Now, we want to be keeping a close eye on this because we are going to be starting our very own infections, and it's all going to start from this tiny island right here. Infection Island. You know what, dude? Something tells me that the tourist rates on Infection Island aren't going to be exactly high.
Yeah, you're never gonna get kids being like, oh, Dad, please take me to Infection Island.
Yeah, I mean, on one hand, you've got Disneyland. On the other, you've got Infection Island. Yeah, there's a pretty easy response to that, I think. Alright, let's go ahead and start off by getting 2 members of civilization plonked down right onto this island. And as you can see, there are now 2 people who are not infected. Excellent. It actually looks like one of them is leaving the other one. Oh no, they're seeking pastures new on this slightly bigger infection island. Okay. You guys can choose your own destiny. I will not interfere with fate. Okay, so these guys are just swimming up here. We still don't have the outbreak of the plague. In fact, I do wonder if I have to start the plague with, well, the plague right here. Is an infection going to be starting just random? Oh my gosh, how far are they swimming? Is an infection going to start naturally and randomly, or am I going to have to interfere a little bit? Given the amount of swimming they're doing, they're probably going to catch some kind of disease very quickly. Not mentioning the fact that they have absolutely no clothes on, they're going to be very vulnerable to disease and infection and contamination. Alright, let's go ahead and speed things up just a tad here so they can get over there and swim across and start building their own civilization. Which island are they going for? This one? Is this Infection Island? I would guess so. It looks like they're having a race up to the shore, and let's see if they actually start. Yep, here we go. They are starting to build their own civilization, which is fantastic. It took them long enough. Okay, so let's see exactly how they decide to do this and why exactly they picked this island in particular. I noticed there's a little bit of iron, easy access to water, obviously. But aside from that, there's really not much else. Look, you know what? For being brave and surviving that initial swim, I'm gonna go ahead and give them a little bit of gold there. There you go. Call it a reward for being so brave and swimming across this ocean to find an island of your own, despite the looming fear of infection. So once again, let's go ahead and give them some time to really build up their civilization here, get more members of their society involved, and start to build out a world of their own. So I need you guys to hurry up and start making some darn babies. Actually, Guido, they just died. They just died from lack of food, I think. Okay, no matter. We'll just go ahead and get a few new humans right here. There we go, just kind of build on top of the corpses and the shelled houses of your former friends. And this time, I'll go ahead and I'll award you guys with some fruit bushes just to make sure you're surviving. In fact, what I've gone ahead and done is kind of painted this world with a bunch of resources just to make sure nobody's going hungry, nobody's going to be short for resources, because I really want these guys to survive. So I can kill them with the plague, obviously. Let's see if we can have these guys cultivating a society and building a world of their own, building each other up, making towns, cities, villages, having giant families, and enjoying a lovely, peaceful life. Before the plague, of course. We'll go ahead and we'll give them a little bit of rain just to make sure that their crops are growing. There we go, excellent. Everyone is having a good time, and we are up to 13 people who are not infected. Let's go ahead and check what these islands are called here. Let's see what these cities are actually called. So we've got Nohirsk and Goshahirsk. very close relations. Right now, Nohisk is our biggest village with 14 members of civilization here, stone houses, even little farms, and they've seriously used a lot of this island already. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of top them up, make sure that they're kind of sticking with their vegetation, have a bunch more things, a bunch more trees, you know, just making it easier and easier for them to survive. Now over here, this civilization actually looks like it's getting bigger and bigger. Now what was this one called again? Oh, actually, there's only one member of civilization right here. Did everyone just die or something? Look, here you go. I'll go ahead and give you some fruit bushes and some plants and stuff like that. Hopefully that will solve your issues. Oh my gosh, they've got a castle already. There's like, how many people living in this one place right now? 26. Okay, this is cool. Let's go ahead and let's start with the plague here. If I go ahead and I slow things way down, it's now time to find a particular person to infect with this disease. Who shall we go for? The small child? The naked man running around in the crops? The King's Guard, protecting the king from all harm? So many choices, but I think I'm going to start off with the kid here. There we go, just drop a bit of plague onto the kid and his mother apparently. Now let's see how this disease spreads. Let's go to play and let's see exactly what happens. Okay, so they've got the disease. Let's see if they can spread. Oh my gosh! This entire place just became contaminated. That's right, the entire kingdom of Nohisk, I think that's what it was called, is now infected with the plague. Now all these viruses and infections have really cool names. So Guido, I think we need a brand new name for this virus in particular to make it seem a little bit more
Guido virus.
Okay.
The deadliest virus this world will ever see. It spreads through snotty little children sneezing on their grandmas.
Okay, so right now 4 people are infected, all because of that snotty little kid. And I just saw another snotty little kid kind of bump into that particular snotty little kid, meaning that there are now 2 snotty little kids running around with their snotty little noses and their snotty little infections. Oh yes. Hey guys, if I were you, I would not visit any distant relatives up here in Nohisk. So right now, 46% of the world population, or 45 should I say, 50 is now infected.
Hey everyone, it's Guido here. Guido virus is going excellently. People are being infected left, right, and center. Now remember, this is all a simulation. They're not real people being infected. So, we need your help. By liking the video and subscribing to the channel, you are donating one snotty little kid to the cause. Come on, donate to a good cause. This is all for science, of course.
So another aspect of this, Guido, is the animal plague. Apparently this is a thing as well. So if we go over here, we'll get a couple of sheep just grazing around here. Oh, they add to the world population too. Now let's go ahead and give them a little sprinkle of the plague. There we go. We'll start off with 1 sheep. I actually wonder if the wolves hunt the sheep that are infected, will they too be infected as well? Now that's something I didn't really think of. Okay, I can see at least a few of these sheep are infected. If I set the wolves on them here, oh no, the wolves don't even want to eat the sheep apparently. They're just not interested. Well, let's go ahead and infect a wolf as well. Here we go. Yep, just dropped. Oh, there we go. He's attacking a plague sheep. Oh, and now he's got the plague. Then again, I did just drop it for a second on that wolf. Okay, let's monitor this wolf carefully. Okay, looks like he hasn't killed any sheep yet, or infected sheep. In fact, 0% of animals actually have the infection. Okay, let's try it another way. Let's infect the wolf. Now that this guy has the animal plague, although it still says 0 people, let's see if this guy attacks a... Wait, is there another wolf? What the heck? Where did that one come from? Okay, if a wolf attacks a sheep, let's see if he passes on the virus. Of course, it could just be through contact. Oh my gosh, do only 4 people have the plague now? When did that happen? I think people are actually becoming immune to this. Well, we can't have this. Let me just go ahead and... There you go. Just a delicate sprinkling of plague right there. Has anyone in, no, nobody over here has been infected. There are definitely some sheep that are infected because they're shaking and stuff, although they have yellow particles surrounding them. I wonder if that means, no, that must mean the animal plague, right? You know the sad thing? Gohikursk didn't even have to get infected. They just didn't have enough people living there in the first place. All right, well, while we're here, I also want to check this thing out. This is the golden brain. Attracts the creatures that like to eat brains. Nothing can stop them. Okay, so it tracks zombies, apparently? We are going to have a zombie siege on that place. On, what was it called? Like, Gohursk or something? I've forgotten the names. Nohursk, I think. Okay, let's have a bunch of these dudes just right here. There we go. Just a nice amount of zombies. Put a golden brain down right there in front of the statue. Look at that. In front of the castle. It's just blocking out all sunlight there. This small child is just staring at it in disbelief. Let's get rid of this plague menu and let's see this zombie siege go down. Okay, so they are starting. Where did I put them? I actually want to see. Okay, so they're over here. It doesn't look like they're attracted to the golden brain right now. In fact, the golden brain is just right here. Unless zombies are right. No, they seem fine. Let's see exactly what that distance is. If I put a couple of zombies out here, there we go. Once again, they're just paddling around. They're not really chasing down the golden brain. They're just kind of swimming around, minding their own business. Okay, well, this is a different kind of plague. This zombie siege is still continuing. It looks like the humans are actually winning this one, despite being infection-ridden and weak and fragile from their days in contamination. They're actually putting up a pretty decent fight. Alright, you win Worldbox Dimension. You managed to survive another day. But I will return soon with an even more devastating attack. It could come out of nowhere. Nobody will see it coming. One day you'll be waking up ready to have some, I don't know, breakfast and a nice walk in the park, and then suddenly BAM! Yep, that's way more powerful than any infection I've ever seen.